in my beliefs, I believe expectation keeps us not in the present, but expectations keeps us in this future of what it is that we think we want. Whereas anticipation, it allows us to be present. Anticipation is looking forward with excitement to what is coming. Expectation versus anticipation. You know what's really, really crazy? For the first 2 years of me joining the inner circle with Russell Brunson, everyone would be like, hey, what are you expecting to learn? What are you expecting to get away from this? Like, what are you expecting your business to do after joining the inner circle? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting. I don't have any expectations. I just know that I'm gonna have a great time and I'm gonna learn a bunch. Every single year. And you know what's like ironic, like me looking back at it? Everyone that asked me that question, do you think they're still in the inner circle? Yes or no? I was like, that's like a really weird start. But do you think they're still in the inner circle? Yes or no? None of them are there anymore. Every single time that I was like asked what it is, it's like I felt like the weirdo is just like, no, I'm just there because like I just want to be there. Like I know that I'm gonna get massive value. I just want to be there. My big thing is being present. Can I be present if I'm projecting a bunch of expectations? Yes or no? Absolutely not. I can't. So everyone that came into that inner circle with Russell, like, well, I'm expecting my company to go from this number to $10 million and $10 million to $50 million, $50 million to $100 million. Like everyone comes in with these random expectations, and I get it. Like have a goal, have something to shoot for. But sometimes those expectations can be our biggest crutches. How many of you guys ever noticed that? You have an expectation because things don't go your way. You start having all sorts of feelings and emotions. You start experiencing unnecessary pressures, fear of failure. You start criticizing yourself as if maybe you're not doing enough, right? Some of you guys, even within the community, you guys have expectations of hitting these numbers. What happens when you don't hit them? How does that feel? It doesn't really feel that good. You feel discouraged. You feel disappointed. You feel like you let yourself down. You feel bummed out. And because you have these feelings, does it influence you and motivate you and push you to keep going forward? Most likely not. But anticipation, on the other hand. Every single year, I go into inner circle not expecting. I go into inner circle anticipating. I can't wait to see my friends. I can't wait to see what I'm going to learn from them. I can't wait to see how my business is going to be changed and shaped. I can't wait to learn something I've never learned before. Are these actually expectations? Not really. It sounds a little different, doesn't it? Is the pressure still there? The pressure of performance, is that still there? It's not, and I'm open. I'm open and I'm eager to explore and try things. For instance, I remember this one year where my entire business changed. Not because of an expectation of, okay, I pay Russell, Russell's going to give me this magical blueprint formula that's going to change my business. I was open enough because I knew that there was something there. And by me just being in the room, I knew I was in the right place with the right people at the right time. And I remember coming downstairs in the lobby, the hotel lobby that I was in, random place, by the way. And I bumped into a friend, and me and this friend just started talking. And he said one thing that has probably made me $5 million in the past 2 years. Was I expecting that? Yes or no? See, for me and my beliefs, I believe expectation keeps us not in the present, but expectations keeps us in this future of what it is that we think we want. What it is that we want. Whereas anticipation, it allows us to be present. It allows us to be there. Anticipation is looking forward with excitement to what is coming and being able to rest in assurance that everything will be great, regardless of what form it takes. I knew that just by me being in this room, something was going to happen. Something was going to trigger some thought or this idea. I wasn't expecting it. It was like I knew that it had to happen. And by me just, again, coming out of this hotel lobby, bumping into this guy, having a random conversation about literally nothing, sparked the idea that made me $5 million. Imagine if I went there with the expectation of Russell is going to show me something that's going to make me $5 million. Do you think I would have had that conversation in the lobby, yes or no? Because the entire time, my mind, my body is like, okay, things are going to have to happen this way, right? Like that's all, I'm walking around like this, like it has to happen this. I have to listen to Russell. Russell's going to tell me something cool. Like I'm running around like this is the only way, which shuts me off, shuts all of us off. I feel bad for everyone that left the inner circle because of their expectations. Expectations are great. There's nothing wrong with expecting things. We should expect good things for our lives. But the thing that I love about anticipation is something that is controlled. I create my own anticipation. Check this out. Do you ever wake up and say, hey, I'm anticipating a great breakfast? Do you ever do that? Yes or no? No. But what about this? You're slaving over this pot. You're going through your cookbook, everything, and you're like, I'm anticipating that this will taste good. Does that sound better? You create your anticipation. Whereas expectations just, it's up in the air. Expectation is projecting an imagined reality into the future. Life is not linear. And just because we may want things to go this one way does not mean things are going to always go that one way. Life is not linear. So typically, because expectation is projecting our imagined reality into the future, typically there's only one way for us to do things. For instance, what is something that you are expecting? Give me an expectation from your job, an expectation from your relationships, an expectation from being here. Give me something, anything, it doesn't matter. I'm expecting to go to bed before 1 a.m. That's good. Look at this. I am expecting to go to bed before 1 a.m. Is life linear, yes or no? Guys, is life linear, yes or no? I'm expecting to go to bed before 1 a.m. I get a phone call at 12:30. My grandmother is in the emergency room. What happens then? I'm expecting to go to bed at 1 a.m. My dog just swallowed a chew toy at 12:30. What happens? How is my mood after? How is my mood? See? Now I'm disappointed. I'm pissy. I'm upset because I created all these expectations that may or may not happen. I'm anticipating being in bed by 1 o'clock in the morning, by 1 a.m. I'm anticipating being in bed at 1 a.m. Do you see how different that sounds? Which one sounds more happier? I'm expecting to be in bed at 1, or am I anticipating being at bed at 1? With anticipation, I'm looking forward to something. I'm not willing and demanding. I'm looking forward to something. And we have to understand that. Not everything has to be an expectation. Some things can just be, hey, I'm anticipating something. I don't know what it is, but I anticipate it. Let me go grab another one. I'm expecting to retire soon. How many of you guys feel that? Look at your hands. I'm expecting to retire soon. Okay, something does not go as planned. What happens? I lost my life savings because I made a bad investment. I had a family health issue. I had to spend my money and I have to work for 2-3 more years. What happens? How do I feel? How do I feel? How do I show up every day? I don't show up my best because these expectations that I've created, I don't feel like I'm getting what I expected. So now I'm not showing up my best. I'm showing up half-assed. My energy is low. Pam, I'm angry, I'm let down, I'm disappointed. Now what if I were to flip that? I'm anticipating my retirement. I'm anticipating my retirement. What about that? How do I feel now? I'm anticipating my retirement. Even if something were to happen, am I going to be pissy and let down? Yes or no? Am I going to be pissy? Am I going to be angry? Am I going to be like, I have to work 2 more years? No, I'm not. Because I'm still anticipating this thing. We need to be able to move these things from expectations to anticipations. And I understand the world say, hey, yes, you should have expectations. But in my opinion, expectations aren't healthy. In my opinion, expectations just lead to a road of worry, disappointment, anger, frustration. I expect myself to grow. It's been 3, 4, 5 years and I'm still struggling with the same problem. I'm expecting myself to be here by now, but I'm not. How do I feel about myself? I've been struggling with the same issue for 3, 4, 5 years now. I'm anticipating learning the lesson that I need to learn to move on. How do I feel now? I want every one of you guys, not just to live life with expectations, but learn to live life with some anticipation. And I want you guys to write out whatever it is that you are expecting and turn it into anticipation. Make it something that you're anticipating instead of something that you're expecting.